Hello, on the eve of Women's Day, we bring to you a special episode on financial independence for women. With us, we have our financial expert, Mr. Sandeep Sahni. As you all know, Sandeep sir is a pass out of SRCC and from the prestigious IIM Lucknow. Along with that, we also have a very special guest today, Ms. Ashna Vinod Gupta, who is an entrepreneur and also the founder of a digital marketing agency called Pinap. It's lovely to see youngsters coming up in the field of digital marketing and branding these days, right?
Yeah,
So, and I think we couldn't have had a better atmosphere or a person with us to discuss things with Sandeep sir on the eve of Women's Day to celebrate. So, as we begin our episode, I would now request Ms. Ashna to take it further from here and put up her queries with our expert, Mr. Sandeep Sahni, as to what financial independence for women means and how would he like to elaborate upon it.
thank you. Thank you for that. I will begin my conversation with Mr. Sandeep ji by beginning to ask you what is financial independence? What does that term even mean?
See, financial independence, it all depends on what money actually means for you. What is the relevance of money or what does money mean? Money is actually a choice. Money gives you a choice to do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and when you want to do it. See, financial independence is all about that you have the right to choose what you want to do. You have the right to choose what is the best for you and for your family. You're able to handle financial shocks in case life throws anything like that at you. So that is all about financial independence, so that yes, at least if money matters, there's no worry for the rest of your life. So that is, and it is very important in this age of constant change and turmoil and disruption. I think it's very important for everybody to have financial independence, especially women.
Yeah, so that's why actually my next question, why do you think is independence such an important subject for women in today's world?
See, women go through certain special circumstances in life. Let's say even if there's a career woman, she needs to take a break. She needs to take a break for raising a family, starting a family. There may be special instances unfortunate instances which may happen. Instances like maybe a divorce or loss of a spouse or an accident or a medical issue, right? So at that point of time, I know of so many cases where there have been unfortunate incidents and the woman actually does not even know where the bank account is, what are the nominations, where are the investments, and she's been at a total loss. We try to help them out in these kind of situations, but there are a lot of situations where this happens, right? So I think it's of utmost importance that women especially should know, and especially in today's age and time, when women are educated, they are aware, they know what's happening. So I think it's very important that women should, at least take their money decisions. Let me ask you one thing. Who takes the money decisions in your family? You are a modern girl. You run your own business. But who actually takes the money decisions in your family?
So earlier it was obviously my father, but now it's my brother.
No, see, that is the common answer which we receive from most women we interact with. And I tell you, irrespective of age, education, what they are doing, how much they are earning, in majority of the cases, you'll get this answer that the financial decisions are being taken by the male member. Oh, I don't know, my husband takes care of it, or my brother takes care of it, or my father takes care of it. Why? If you can take care of yourself, why can't you take care of the money decisions? You should at least be aware, because according to us, our experiences show that actually women make better investors than men do. Whenever we go and meet a client, we actually ask the lady of the house to be present, because we feel that yes, they are better investors, they are more committed, they are more disciplined, they have more concern for the financial goals, like raising the children, like education of the children, marriage of the children, having their own house, retirement. The male person, oh yeah, ho jayega, koi baat nahi, dekh lenge, kar lenge. It's that attitude. Whereas the woman is very practical. So I think it's of utmost importance that every woman should get involved in financial independence.
So you say that, women are better investors, but obviously there's a lack, right? Like there's a gap that's not being filled, and which is why they're not making those decisions. So what do you think are some of those common mistakes or gap that we can, address?
I think the first common mistake which most women make is, I don't make the money decisions, the male member does. I think we need to get over that. And you women need to start making the money decisions.
But why do you think that thought process exists in the first place?
I think it's traditional, it's just been something which has been carried forward. Earlier, the literacy level of women was far lower. Right? So they were possibly not aware. The exposure, the experience was far lesser. So that is something which is carried forward. So from generation to generation is being, the mother passes it on to daughter, the daughter passes it on to her child, it's continuing. I think now the time has come for a change. And that change must come in. Like I said, you make better investors. Boss, start getting into this. See, I'll tell you what common mistakes which women do. One is, I told you this. Second is, they'll not discuss money matters in the family. Oh, money matters are taboo. Why should they be taboo? You should actually discuss. You should sit down. Now when you get married, you should sit down with your husband. The money talk during marriage is what? How much do you earn? It is never, what are your financial goals? Do you have common financial goals? That should be the money talk. When you get into your investment decisions, it should be a we investment and a me investment. This is something for the common thing, for the house. This is for me to follow, so that I can follow my passion. I can have my sabbatical. I can do what I want to do for the bag which I want to buy maybe. Why not? You deserve it. So that is something which you must do. Then women, according to me, they don't understand the difference between saving and investment. And there is a major difference between, they are wonderful savers. Give a woman any amount of money and she'll save 20, 25, 30% of it. 100 रुपया दे दो तो 30 रुपया बच जाएगा, लाख रुपया दे दो तो 30,000 रुपया बच जाएगा. But saving, not investing. They'll keep it in their drawer, in their purse, in their burnie, or in a bank account. But they'll not make that money earn money for them. So that I think they need to get over. They need to, I'm not saying don't invest in gold. Don't buy gold and jewelry, do it. But also do invest in other assets which can give you a return which is better than inflation, so that your purchasing power is never compromised. So that is, I think, these things you must do. And it is very important.
I also think that, when you mentioned about that they save and they're not investing, why do you think that is the case? Like, is it something to do with safety? Is it because of illiteracy? What is it?
It is, I think, for 2 or 3 reasons. One is awareness, definitely. Second is the risk capacity or the risk preference. And the third is possibly not having an understanding of risk. See, what exactly is risk? See, most women are long-term oriented. So in the long term, if you look at different asset classes, equity possibly is given the best return. Yes, the nature of the beast is that it is volatile. But if you are investing for the long term, then it is not volatile. It is a single one-way up trajectory which is followed. So I think they should understand that where can they get their best return. And I'm not saying that put 100% into one thing. Have a diversified portfolio. Have some in bank FD, some in gold, some in equity, some in other kind of things. Another thing which I think women must do is insurance. That is again health insurance. They don't know. They'll not be adequately insured or optimally insured. That is something which they must ensure. Right? So these are some of the things which must be done. They must make their money grow. They have the right recipe, but they need to create the perfect dish. And that perfect dish is जिसमें नमक भी है और मिर्ची भी है और सब कुछ है और मसाला भी है और सब कुछ स्वादिष्ट भी है. तो अगर आप नमक ज़्यादा डालोगे तो डिश खाई नहीं जाएगी ना. इस तरह अगर सेविंग ज़्यादा करोगे और एफडी में डाल दोगे तो खाई नहीं जाएगी. वो किसी खाने लायक नहीं रहेगी बाद में. So वो चीज़ है.
So do you think the trend has actually changed? Like since you work this is also your work. Have you seen women change or like take their own money decisions over the course of time?
I'll say that they are taking better decisions. They are taking decisions, but the speed at which those decisions should be taken, in the sense that the number of women who should be taking those decisions, I think it's still far lesser than what it should be. Yes, there's a change happening, it's getting better, but I think the pace of change should get much, much faster. That is something which is very. And let me tell you one thing. I am not saying that you take uninformed decisions. I am saying first you learn about all this. You become financially literate, right? And then do this, or consult a financial advisor. Go to a financial advisor who should be able to help you out, who should be able to hold your hand and make you travel through all the ups and downs and help you reach your financial goals. So that is something which needs to be done.
Yeah, actually, I was just going to ask you, how do you as a wealth manager help women or that community gain more knowledge and become better investors themselves?
See, what we do is we hold regular events. Like, for example, we hold regular events for women. Last year we held a special event on Mother's Day for mothers, where we told them, listen, yes, it's very important that you take care of your family, but equally important that you take care of yourself. That you must also aim for financial independence. So we keep on having these specially curated events for women. We reach out. I write a lot of blogs where I try to reach out to women and tell them, okay, what is important. A part of our mission is actually to help 1 million women become financially literate. In our business, we have an all-women team to take care of the women investors, because we feel that they'll empathize more with and they can have a better understanding of the requirements of women and also the insecurities that they have. So that is something which is our small effort to help people.
I also happen to know that you're a writer. So, I'm sure we have a lot of women listeners listening to this podcast. Is there like some kind of advice plus a book that you could recommend to them so that they could take their journey, start their journey today?
I'm going to be slightly biased about this now, because I'm a writer. I'll recommend, the first book I'll recommend is obviously my own, which is what my MBA did not teach me about money, in which we essentially talk about the human and the financial perspective of money. And we talk about the common money mistakes which people make and how to avoid making those mistakes. So I think it is written in a very simple language and very easy to read. So that is one book you must read. Then the other books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, Richest Man in Babylon. There's a wonderful book called The Psychology of Money, which is a bestseller, and it's very rare that a money book or a finance book becomes a bestseller and sells more than 1 million copies. So that is another book which you must read. But there's so much of content available on today. Right? So content is not, I think what is more important is the intent rather than the content. So they must have the intent and they must develop the intent to become financially literate. So that is something which is very, very important.
And what's the advice that you would give to our women investors?
Two bits of advice. One is dream big. Everything is possible. And the second bit of advice is start today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Right? Okay, I'll do it tomorrow. Stop over that. Get over that and start today. Consult a financial advisor today. Write down your financial goals. Start your investment journey. And let me tell you, you will be one very happy woman after some years. And you'll be making the financial decisions, and you'll have the freedom to choose what you want to do for yourself and for your children and for your family.
So I believe, sir, that there would have been no better topic to discuss rather than this on the eve of Women's Day. That, for me, it was quite an insight. I always thought that women have acumen. You proved it today. So, but the only piece of advice I would like to add to what Sandeep has rightly said is, rather than hiding that money here and there, take it out and invest it. And you know where to go if you want to make those investments. So again, thank you, Ashna. Thank you, Sandeep sir, for joining us, and wishing all the women out there a very happy International Women's Day.
Thanks.
Thank you.